Warning, this Christmas crack is addictive. Christmas crack is a must-have around the holidays, and this recipe is so simple to make. We've been making and perfecting this recipe for over a decade, for years, and I think you're going to love it. You're going to find the full recipe linked in the description so you can save it, print it, pin it, whatever you want to do, so that way you can make it this holiday season. Hi, I'm Carrie with eatingonadime.com, and we're on a mission to help families eat well on a budget by sharing affordable and easy to make recipes for any time of the year, including the holidays. Now, you can find the full recipe, we've already talked about this, always for free at eatingonadime.com. But before we get started and I show you how simple this is to make, I want to make sure you like and subscribe. So if you haven't done that yet, click the little red subscribe button so that way you don't miss any more of our family-friendly recipes. We are growing here on YouTube, and we're loving sharing these recipes with you. One more thing before we get started, we have a Christmas cookbook. It's a digital cookbook that's on sale right now, and I have that linked for you too. First, preheat your oven to 350 degrees. Then you're going to need a baking sheet. We're using one that has a rim on it. And for easy cleanup, we're covering it with foil. You don't have to, but it definitely makes the cleanup easier. And around the holidays, I want to make treats, eat treats, but I definitely don't want to clean up after them. Then I'm going to spray it with some non-stick spray. Just a quick spray. Next, you need saltine crackers. About a sleeve, 40 of them. We're going to lay them out on a single layer onto the cookie sheet. Is it cooking sheet or baking sheet? What do you call it? Let me know in the comments below. I like to make sure they're touching but not overlapping. And it doesn't have to be exactly touching because when we pour everything over it, it's going to make it all stick together. And if you want more, you can squeeze these in, or you can even break them in half if they're not fitting. So I actually ended up using just a little bit more of a sleeve for this one, but it just depends on the size of your pan. So now you can see everything is in this beautiful layer. A little bit went up, but again, it's okay because everything's going to get broken apart and it's going to taste delicious. Next, in a medium saucepan, go ahead over a medium to medium low heat. Add 1 cup of butter and 1 cup of brown sugar. Make sure when you measure your brown sugar, it's packed in. As you can see, it's already starting to melt, but you want to make sure that you check this regularly. Don't leave it because you don't want it to burn. You just want it to melt and to combine together. As it starts all melting, go ahead and turn up the heat, and we want to bring this to a low boil. So keep an eye on it because we don't want it a roiling boil, just a low boil, as you can see on the edges as this is melting. And we're going to cook this for 3 minutes. I wanted to mention, see how it's now to the low boil. Now we reduce that heat down to medium low for the 3 minutes. So don't keep it on high. What this is going to do is thicken this up and make it almost like a caramel glaze. Now you're going to take that mixture, give it a quick stir, and then we're going to pour it right on top of these crackers. You want to get them all coated in it. Scraping it out. It's hot. Be careful. And then I'm just going to spread this out all over the crackers. You want to work fast. That's kind of the only thing with this recipe, is just moving quickly. Now place this in the oven and let it cook for 5 minutes. Okay, timer is up. It has been baking for 5 minutes and it's ready to come out. Immediately put it on the counter, obviously protected, and then take 2 cups of chocolate chips. We did semi-sweet chocolate chips. Honestly, I think you could do anything. Now, you're going to find other recipes for Christmas crack. And we've done it so many times. We have the foolproof way. Some people will have you go ahead and put this back in the oven. We don't do that. What we're going to do is just let this sit for a few minutes, 1 to 2 minutes. Okay, so I just sprinkled them on top, let them sit, and the cracker and the caramely mixture is going to start melting the chips. Once you see them start melting, then you spread. But remember, we have to work fast. We always work fast on this. We don't have to put this back in the oven, because what's happened when we've done that before is the chocolate chips have gotten burnt. They don't melt evenly. but just by allowing the heat from this pan to warm and melt those chocolate chips, you will have perfect Christmas crack every single time. So now when you push on with your spatula, you'll see that they are melting. So now you just spread them out all over the crackers. And if they're not completely melting, just give them time and they will keep melting. Just making sure you have that chocolate in a thin layer so that way it'll melt those chips. So as you can see, it looked like a hot mess at first, but now it isn't. Everything is spread and we're just trying to get it on all the edges of the crackers. Now quickly move and we want to add our toppings. Don't let this set too long because we don't want it to get cool. While it's hot, then we're going to sprinkle about a half a cup to 1 cup total of toppings. So we're going to do today some chopped pecans. A lot of people just love chopped pecans on this. It's so great. But we also are going to make it really festive by adding some Christmas sprinkles and some M&Ms. But you can chop whatever. Another thing that my sister has done a lot, because she's made this a lot, is like cut it in half and do like 1/2 these toppings and 1/2 these toppings. So that way you're basically getting 2 desserts in one amount of effort. So that's great. So that way you're getting different, flavored of toffee on one. Because you know what else I would love to put on this? You might be mind blown, but chopped up heath. Wouldn't that be so good on this? Let me know in the comments what you're going to top it with. Now we got some sprinkles. And the reason we're moving quickly is because we want it to stick to that chocolate. You don't want to have crack that everything's falling off. It's all going to become one piece. Okay, I'm just finishing up the M&Ms added on. And now we're ready. We're going to place this in the fridge for 2 hours to let it nice and harden. So I'll see you in a few hours. So it's been a couple hours. You're going to know that it's ready by if you can lift it straight up and it's solid. Okay, so this is obviously ready because we couldn't have done this. So first thing we're going to do is peel off the foil. This is really important. Remember, we sprayed it, but just go really slow to make sure nothing stuck to it. I say nothing stuck to it. I mean, so no foil is stuck to it. It usually comes off. But what I've learned when we've done this so many times, don't just rip the foil, go slow. And see, it's coming off perfectly. But just take your time on it. Okay, and then it's called crack because we're going to crack it. Well, that might not be why it's called, but that's what we're going with today. So you're just going to break it into pieces that you would like for bite size. Some people break it with the crackers, see how that almost went with the cracker line into pieces, but we kind of like it broken into non-perfect squares. I think it's just more fun. And this is perfect to get the kids involved. Now you're just ready to serve it. I like to keep this in the fridge just in case your house is warm. You don't want it to melt and be just kind of gooey. So I keep it in the fridge until ready to serve. Warning, you're going to get a little messy on my hands. That's okay though. Now it's time to eat. I've been waiting for this for so long. Okay, not that long. But don't you just love how easy it is? And it's a foolproof recipe. If you've tried some Christmas crack recipes in the past and they have flopped, you're not going to have an issue with this because we have been testing this literally for over a decade. We have made it so many different ways, and this is the perfect way to make it. Okay, so now we just got to do a taste test. Let's see how it's going. Perfect. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you're excited about making all the Christmas treats. We love this recipe and we love sharing it with you. Before we go, like and subscribe. Why wouldn't you? This is very budget friendly, very affordable, and it's super easy, which is perfect for eating on a dime recipes. Now the full recipe, there's a fly in here. Get out of here. Okay, before we go, don't forget the full recipe is linked in the description, or you can get any of our recipes at eatingonadime.com. Also, grab our digital Christmas cookbook. It's on sale, and I've got it linked for you too. Thanks so much for joining me, friends. I will see you next time for another fun, family-friendly recipe. And in the meantime, don't forget to eat at home by eating on a dime. Bye, friends.